Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what you have here tonight, boys. That's what you've earned here tonight. One game. If we played them 10 times, they might win 9. But not this game.
Brinley looking, shot, save, rebound, goal! The rookie with the game winner! The rookie! Yo! What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your boy, Sailing the Rockies, or Hayden, as many of you may know me as. And welcome back. We are live for some good old-fashioned hockey. It's going to be a fun game. Different setup. I don't know. I changed. I did some moments. Moving around. Moving. Not move me. Move me. What is move me, Hayden? What the fuck is that? But yeah, new setup. We're still going to have blasts. We're still going to watch some hockey. It's going to be a good day. It's hockey. Early enough hockey where I can actually do it and not have a late night. Would I have done it anyways? Yes. Do I care? No. Is it nicer on me? Yes. So thank you for this road trip, Colorado. I do appreciate it. I very much do appreciate it. Now, if you guys haven't already, I'm your host, Hayden. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. We're about to have puck drop here. Forgot to have it. Hit that like and sub button. We're going to have some fun today. Let's roll. Let's go. Let's ride. Broncos country. Let's ride. To quote a funny-ass quote. If you know, you know. I just want to say, we just had Thanksgiving come by. Of course, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the job I have, everything like that. But I want to say this. I am thankful for you guys, and to that, cheers. But let's get into tonight. So, Colorado Avalanche will be facing a young and really not proven Islanders team. Now, the Islanders are on a more unbelievable season compared to what they were predicted. They predicted to be the bottom, and they are actually having a decent season. And it really comes down to how they play. It does. And the Islanders overall this year in the standings, of course, you got Colorado on top of the entire NHL just from how dominant they are with a total of 44 points. Next team is Dallas in the division. And in the Pacific, the Central absolutely dominating with the Wild, Avalanche, and, of course, the Stars being the top 3 teams in the entire Western Conference. And then you got Anaheim, Vegas, and LA. And then the Eastern Conference in the Metro, the Islanders have 31 points, which if you put them in the West, I mean, even the gap, they're down in the bottom of the Metro, like bottom 3, but they're only like 4 points away. They get a win today. They'll pass the Penguins. They'll be tied with the Devils and the Flyers for third. That's big. And the Penguins play the Lightning today. And the Flyers won yesterday versus Vegas. And they will have tomorrow off. And they'll be facing the Flyers. Where are they? They'll be facing Colorado on Sunday. And guess what? I might say F it, and we do a doubleheader, boys. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I'm hearing, boys, we have a stream coming up on Sunday that I just saw. And that's what we're going to do because we're going to be live for the Flyers. We'll be live for that game. Hopefully, the Avalanche can go win both tonight and the Flyers game. So my record in this jersey goes from terrible because Spoilers, I wore this jersey every time I watched the Avalanche in the playoffs, and I bought this jersey in the Star Series when they went to 6. And then I didn't wear it for some of the Star Series last year. And I say, you know what? Game 7. What could go wrong? And everything went wrong. So yeah, we're having some fun. We're having fun here, boys. We're having fun here. But no, like the Avalanche are on a very good path. The Islanders are on a path to just be competitive, and that's better than what they were expected. Like the Islanders were expected. Like if we're being honest here, like let's not bullshit ourselves here, boys. If we're being honest, the Islanders were expected to be bottom team in the entire NHL, and they're competing for the Metro. They are, and that's pretty damn good, especially when it got Columbus in 29th and teams like the Panthers at 25. Yes, take that with a grain of salt for the Panthers. Like, take that with a grain of salt because the Panthers currently are very injured with Kachuk, Barkov, an injury-riddled team. For how good they are, they're injury-riddled. And, like, they got killed by Toronto on Tuesday. Guess what? They got the Predators tonight. Good rebound game. Like, you don't really got much if you're the Panthers. You got Sam Reinhart, who had a goal in that game, the only one. Brad Marchand, Evan Rodriguez, legendary Avalanche legend right there at E-Rod. Love you. But overall, Sam Bennett, you're without really much. You're without Barkov and Kachuk. Huge losses. Like, let's be honest here. That's huge. And their schedule coming up is you got the Predators and Blue Jackets, 2 winnable games. Then the Islanders, that's going to be a close one. Okay, then it gets tough. You got the Mammoths. How are the Mammoths doing, you may ask? The Mammoths right now are 29 points, and if you put them in the fucking Pacific, they'll be tied for the Sharks with 4th. And the Sharks are a good team this year. Under Max Albreen and Will Smith. Goalie's playing decent. Better than when they had Georgiev starting last year, which thank you for Lindsay Blackwood. Love you for that. Okay. So you go back, right? And then you got Colorado. You go on a trip to the west, to the mountains. So it's not looking good. Now, enough said and done about other teams in it. So let's talk about the Avalanche. The Avalanche today is, of course, on a little road trip. They got the Islanders today, the Rangers on Saturday, the Flyers on Sunday, and then they go out to Nashville on Tuesday. You got a 4-game road trip before you come home for a 2-game home stint for the Panthers and Predators. Then go on the road to Seattle, then back home, then out to Minnesota, then back home. So, and then and then back out to Vegas, which, let's be honest, that's not far for Colorado at all. But then you come back home on the road again for a south trip with the Hurricanes, Panthers, Lightning to start off the year. So the Avalanche are going to be doing a bunch of traveling this month and coming home a bunch, and that's gonna do a lot because road trip, you can get used to being on the road. Get used to it. You're going to be going back and forth. One day here and day of travel. It's going to be hard. It's going to be late practice for everything. So Colorado is going to have I think a month of December, that's going to be a little rough. I think they're going to win. I think they'll beat the Islanders. The Rangers at home. Okay, it's the fucking Rangers at home. They're not that good. Let's be honest here. Like, let's hold it a buck. What up? Shout out to the 4 people in chat. I appreciate every single one of you. But you got the Rangers at home who cannot score for their fucking lives. And then you got, of course, the Flyers. I think that could be a potential loss in overtime, of course, because we don't lose in regulation. That's not our thing. It's only overtime, which we don't talk about overtime because the last overtime win we had was when I streamed the Canucks game. Devin Brindley, absolute legend. Hopefully he's back in the line soon. Like, overall, it's like the biggest thing with Colorado that worries me is when we go to overtime. Like the D playing amazing, got McCarr Taves on the first line, dog. Second line, you got Malinsky, who's being pushed up and down through the second line. But Gerard or Manson, dog. And then Brett Burns. Like that, the last two lines for the D, you can mix match and it will work. Absolutely amazing. The dream one, Gerard, right? Ooh. Gerard, and I say honestly, Sam Malinsky. I like how those two fit together. I do. And then Brett Burns and Josh Mann. Because Brett Burns more of a defensive type of man than the offensive style. Because you got the offensive style. We know the offensive style like Cale Makar. But let's be honest. No one is going to touch Cale Makar's level for a hot minute. Let's be honest. The only defenseman I can see is the Island, the rookie. But overall, Makar is the best offensive defenseman we have ever seen in our life. Yes, I know Bobby Orr is up there, but let's be honest. If you put Bobby Orr in today's day and age of NHL, Makar is going to be having the records. If you put Makar back in where Bobby Orr played, Makar is going to have every single record in the book. He's more fast-paced. He's a better overall, like, he has better handles with the puck than Bobby Orr did. Don't get me wrong, that flying goal in the Stanley Cup, absolutely legendary. Legendary by Bobby Orr versus the Blues. Also, thanks for getting into the Blues. Fuck the Blues. But overall, legendary. I'm not going to discredit Bobby Orr. I love Bobby Orr. I love defensemen in this league. I also love goalies. Like, a lot of people favor the forwards. I favored the defensemen because their job is way more important, in my opinion, than an offensive player. Because you can get an offensive defenseman like a Quinn Hughes, like a Cale Makar, for example. But it's more the defensive people, like a Charlie McAvoy, for example, who can absolutely lay out anyone, no matter how fast they are, including a guy like Connor McDavid, as we saw him do last year. It's a bunch of fun stuff to see with this overall with defensemen because their position's harder because you gotta be a good basketball. Because you're going to have guys, when you're down in the ozone, they're going to take over, and you could have a guy like Mackinnon, like that, sprinting down the ice. And you got to basket to keep up with him. Because if you have to turn around, he's gone. He has a breakaway. Wide open net. And you're having your goalie one-on-one for a guy like Mackinnon, I will be shitting bricks if I was that good. I don't care how good you are. You could be Connor Hellebuck level. If you got a guy like Nathan McKinnon, Connor McDavid coming down the fucking rink as a fast break, you're fucked. You're fucked. Like, you're fucked. It's true. But we got Mackenzie Blackwood in the net tonight for the Colorado Avalanche. We're about to have face-off. They're having Brock Nelson in the second line out there. I absolutely love this with Brock Nelson coming back home for the first time. We're going to have face-off with Nelson. Face-off's going to be won by New York, and they'll take it in their own zone. Let's see what happens here. We now got puck off. First period has started. Second line is out there with Brock Nelson, Ross Colton. And is Val Nichushkin out there? Because he's back from injury, which is huge. Landeskog is the third forward, and then Brett Burns and Josh Manson are the defensemen out there. Absolutely, like I predicted. I love it. All right, you got Brett Burns out with the puck. Burns is going to send that over to Gabriel Landeskog. Landeskog's going to bring it into the ozone. He's going to take the shot on the net. That's going to be just wide of the net. And New York's going to take it in the neutral zone and have that poked away by this great defensive pair. Ross Colton will send it down for a dump in into the corner. And you got the first line out there with Natchez. Natchez will send that to Taves. Taves will send that on the goal. Shot towards the goal by Carr coming in fast is going to be a good save. Now, Natchez will send that up top to Taves. Taves back down to Natchez. Natchez over towards McKinnon. McKinnon shot, no good. Mackinnon trying to get the stick in. Does not get it. Now, New York will send that into the neutral zone. And Colorado will take it from there. Natchez will take it back into his own zone, give it to McCarr. McCarr will hold on to it as we have changes here for Colorado. Nichushkin will take it now as this third line will come out. Nichushkin will have the puck. He'll lose it as New York will take it now. New York will bring it into their own zone. Up top now, so let's send it down towards Blackwood. That's going to be recovered overall by Colorado. Now here comes the Avalanche. Poked away by this defensive pair of Colorado. They'll hold on to it. They'll send it over. Now here comes Gerard. He'll send that up top. Colorado will send that down behind the net. New York will take control, try to get it for no turnover. Parker Kelly's fighting for it down behind the net. New York will win the fight, and they'll send that up in the neutral zone. That's going to be gloved down by Josh Manson, who's fighting for it. And they're going to lose it, but luckily Brett Burns is back in the zone to take control of the puck. He'll try to send that up the boards, and he does. Now that's going back into Islanders' own zone. Now back in Colorado's zone goes. Burns will dump it off. Now here comes the Avalanche. Ross Colton will send that in. He got tripped up. No penalty called. Burns fighting for it down below with Colton. Colton will send that up around the boards. That's going to be just high. Taves will take it into the neutral zone. Second line is fully out now for the Avalanche. Nelson will have the puck in the neutral zone. Nelson will send that down into the offensive zone of the Avalanche. Now we got a fight for it. Turnover now. Taves will send it to McCarr, who will take the shot of the net. Does not. Nelson will have to get the rebound. Colton up top now. Back to Nelson. Nelson over to Devon Taves. Taves back over to Colton, who almost had that poke away and had to poke get in. Now New York will take it in the neutral zone. Here comes the Islanders. They'll drop it off. They'll take the shot at Blackwood, and that's going to be wider than that. They'll send it over to Blackwood, who will glove it down, and we will have a face-off in Colorado zone. Patrick Roy, third season as Islanders head coach, formerly the Avalanche head coach, and formerly Colorado's Stanley Cup winning goaltender with 2 Stanley Cups with the Avalanche. Legend right there. We in Colorado do love him. Barkov. Not Barkov. Why do I want to say? I don't know. Anyways, Islanders will win the faceoff. They'll try to get a centering pass towards Blackwood, who will not let that happen at all. And then the neutral zone the puck is. New York will send that down into Colorado's zone and into the netting and goes out of the reach. Ricochet. That's the word I'm looking for. Shout out to the 3 people in chat. I absolutely love you guys. That mean a lot. Thank you. Now 4. Hello. To the 1 person. All right, we got face off in the neutral. At center ice. Face off won by the Islanders. First line is up for the Avalanche. New York's going to send that up in the neutral zone. Fight for it now. Colorado will send it down now. Marty Natchez. Natchez over. Shot. Just wide. McKinnon will send that down. That's going to take a bounce and go all the way back into the neutral zone. Gerard will take it. Samuel Gerard will try to get that up top for Arturi Lehkonen, and that's going to be intercepted by New York. No, McKinnon will take the puck in the neutral zone and try to get into the offensive zone. It does not. Islanders will take it and go behind their own net. If you guys haven't hit that like and sub button, do mean a lot. Let's see how tonight goes. All right, here we go. New York will have it in the neutral zone. They'll bring back in their defensive zone as they do a little bit of a line change. Now they'll send that down behind Blackwood and take control. Centering pass is nowhere but all white jerseys for the Avalanche. Now here comes Drury. He will send that to Nichushkin. Nichushkin will send that behind. Fight now for the puck behind the net with Drury and Nichushkin trying to win the puck battle. All right, it's going to be knocked out, and now another fight in the corner. New York will finally get that popped out, and we have a fight for the puck. Colorado's trying to keep it down in the zone. New York is just trying to get it cleared so they could get a line change. New York will take control behind their own net as we have line changes here happen for both teams. All right, Mitchell, he'll send that up into the neutral zone. New York will send that down into the corner of Colorado's zone. Quick centering shot. No New York Islanders there to try and tip it in. They'll take it up top. They'll send that down. That's going to be wide. The wraparound is no good. But they trying to get something in front of the net. Fight for it. Where's the puck? Does not go. What are they calling? They're calling a New York goal. They said the puck did go in the scrum in front of the goal, and New York will take the 1-0 lead. Not much you can really do there when there's a scrum. Like the wraparound, good job by Bargoff overall, but just really Mackenzie Blackwood was never able to get it, and then just took a bounce off the back of his back and into the goal. So New York will go up 1-0 on the Colorado Avalanche. All right, we have a scammer. Who dis? Who dis? New phone. That's what we're hating. They're like, when are y'all coming out? I mean, I think they might be reviewing this. Colorado trying to make an argument. The player, Colorado's looking to see if it's goalie interference right now. Yep, they're reviewing to see if it's goalie interference. Colorado is challenging this. Now, if they fail the challenge, New York would go on a power play. They're trying to say goalie interference because they were really holding Blackwood with the stick, really not allowing him to move is the argument that Colorado is trying to make with this challenge. We'll see what they say. Let's see what they rule. They're trying to say, we'll see. That I don't know. There has to be enough evidence to overturn it, though. That's the thing. And if not, New York's going straight on the power play. And I know Colorado, they have a good penalty kill, so but still, one less, no matter how good the power play is, it's still a disadvantage. They could be the worst power play and you can have the best penalty kill. That extra attacker means a lot. That extra being without that defender means a lot. They're still reviewing. So the longer it goes, the better chance it on average. Now it could be very close and they take a while for it to be overturned. But the longer it goes, the better it is for the challenging team. You could say. Right? If it's like quick, it's not being overturned. Unless it's so obvious. Like they're still reviewing. It's looking like it's going to come back just because of the stick that they had. The stick that was really preventing Mackenzie Blackwood to make the save. I think the more and more they're looking at, the more and more it's becoming obvious that was preventing Blackwood from making the save. All right, here we go. We have the call. It's confirmed a good goal. Colorado will be on a penalty kill as New York goes on the power play. I disagree. The stick, like even the Islanders announcers agreed, right? At the end of the day, it's Toronto's call. Toronto made the call. They said it was a good goal. I disagree, but you can't change it. Fact is, Mackenzie Blackwood just needed to hold that puck under his pad. Yes, the defense, they could have done a better job at trying to clear it. Bartikov will go in the box for the Avalanche for the penalty kill. Now here comes the power play for the Islanders. Colorado has one of the best penalty kills in the NHL, which is something that they're going to need to show up here right now. Power play now for New York is coming up. They'll have it in their own zone. Now New York will bring it to the neutral zone. They'll bring it into the offensive zone. The Islanders fighting for it. Colorado's trying to get it clear. They're keeping it down. That's going to be poked out by the Avalanche into the neutral zone. Now into Islanders' own zone it goes. They'll take it into their defensive zone. The Islanders now will bring it to center ice. Now here comes the Islanders. They'll bring it into Colorado zone. Up top the puck is. Really not getting any shots on in the first 30 seconds. They're still passing around. They'll send it down towards Blackwood to try and get a mismatch, just like they did on that goal they got. Could not get it, and it's going to be covered up by Mackenzie Blackwood. Harvard was the one trying to force it in on Blackwood. Colorado. Get it. Schaefer, the outstanding rookie who's playing his absolute tail off this year. Candidate for Rookie of the Year. Absolutely love it. All right. Face off now down in the zone. Face off's going to be won by Kiviranka. Colorado will send that up. Now here comes Joel Kiviranka. Kiviranka will take the shot. That's going to be just high of the net. And the Islanders will take it with a minute left in their own zone. Now here comes the Islanders. Mitchell coming into the zone. Islanders were 0 for 3 against Tampa on Tuesday on the power play. They're trying to hope to turn it around. 44 seconds left. Now here comes the Islanders in the corner. It goes. Hit by Burns. Brett Burns. They'll send it over. Back up top it goes. Looking. They'll send that. Now into the slot. It goes. Nothing. Back up. They try to get up top. Mismanaged. Keeps it in. Lays a big hit. Colorado will clear the puck. 20 seconds left on the power play, and there are going to be changes for the New York Islanders. Now here comes the Islanders. D'Angelo will send that up. Colorado will steal and just send that back down into the defensive zone, and that's going to basically kill the power play for the Islanders with 3 seconds left as they go into the neutral zone 1. Power play is over for the New York Islanders. Avalanche is back on full strength. Bartikov will come out of the box. Now Malinsky behind the net fighting for it with Gerard. Islanders keeping that puck down in the Avalanche zone. The Avalanche need to get their offense going. That's going to help them out. Now here comes the Islanders still fighting for it, keeping it down in there. Gerard now trying to get it. Bartikov they get it down in front of the net. Colorado will get it out. Mackinnon will send it up for Bartikov on a 2-on-1. Bartikov was to try to get it to Drury. Cannot. The pass was just too far in front of him. Now the Islanders will take it behind their own net. First line is fully out there for the Avalanche. Now here comes the Islanders in their own zone, passing around to try and keep it away from Mackinnon, who's trying to steal it away. Now in the neutral zone, Taves will take it. Devon Taves will send that down in the offensive zone as Victor Olofs will send it to McKinnon. McKinnon fighting for it. Islanders will take it away, and they'll send it up into the neutral zone and take it into Colorado zone. Mackenzie Blackwood will have to cover it up as we will have a face-off in Colorado zone. They're right now playing a tribute for Brock Nelson. I love it. I want to see this tribute. Brock Nelson getting his tribute video. Let's see if he remembered the tissue Brett Burns got him. Let's see if he remembers the tissues. Brock Nelson was huge for the Islanders, huge in the community in New York, huge overall. And his experience has really helped out this Colorado team to the success they have, helping them have the second center that they really were lacking since Nazem Kadri left Colorado after the cup run that they had. And they won it all. And Brock Nelson has filled that role. He fits perfectly. Val Nichushkin, Gabriel Landeskog on that second line. That second line's not the fastest line, but a bruising type of line. And it's all a reason why their physical line is because of Brock Nelson. And shout out to Brock Nelson, and welcome back to New York for the first time since you were traded. Good broadcast. Hey, appreciate it, Cody. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. All right. Here we go. They're finishing up the tribute. All right. We're about to have face off here in the Avalanche zone. All right, here we go. We have face off in the Avalanche zone. That's going to be won by the Islanders. And the pass is going to be intercepted by the Avalanche. Now here comes Colorado fast. Pace they were with the first line with Natchez. Natchez gets it to McKinnon. McKinnon will send that off to Taves. Taves with the clean entry. Taves will take the shot at net. And that's going to be off the pad and into the netting. It goes for a face-off. This first line after that face-off came out fast and aggressive. That's what you need to do. How much left is the period? 10:31 is left in the first period. All right, Brock Nelson and on face off with the second line now. Face off is going to be won by the Islanders, and they're going to send that up in the neutral zone. Fight for the puck now. And the Islanders will take control and send that down. And we got a whistle for it going out of bounds and bouncing back into play, so it'll be a face off coming off again. All right. All right. Face off now at center ice with Brock Nelson for the Avalanche. Face off is going to be won by the Avalanche. Manson will send that up for Colton. Colton can't hang on to the puck, so there's a fight now, and that's going to be sent down. Landeskog will try to get it up ice. Cannot. That's going to be a good stick. Fight for it now. Manson will take control in the neutral zone. Manson will bring it up to Gabriel Landeskog with a clear shot on goal. That's going to go just wide of the net. The fight now. Landeskog gets that poked away into the neutral zone. Burns will take it. Burns will send that up for Colton. Colton will send that down into the zone, and the Islanders will just take it and send that up. Now here comes the Islanders towards Blackwood. Nothing. That's going to be knocked down behind the net. It goes still. Quick shot in front of Blackwood's going to be no good. Fight for the puck in front of the net. Colorado will get it out of the front. Now fight for it down in the corner. All right, New York will take it up top. One-timer is going to be just wide of Blackwood. And blocked by Nelson. So we are heading to commercial break with 9:17 left in the first period. 9:17 left to go in the first period. Overall, Colorado's really been on their back foot. And that's not what you want to be if you're the Avalanche. That's not where you want to be, really, either. Because you want to be on the attack. You want to have your fast-paced offense ability really dominate like they have in this huge successful stretch. Yes, I know they're due for a loss, but you want to play and make them earn that loss. And right now, the Islanders are absolutely dominating the Avalanche in the offensive zone. Keeping this Avalanche offense on their back heels, keeping them away from settling down, playing their type of style that is very hard to counter, very hard to play against. The Islanders are doing a very good job, and you got to give them credit this first period. They have absolutely dominated. Colorado needs to come out and just settle down the game, take control themselves, and go from there. Give me 1 second. All right. Here we go. We got face off now. Face off's going to be won by the Islanders. They'll send that up top. They'll keep it now down. We'll back up top. It goes towards Blackwood, who's going to smother it. We'll have another face off to Angelo with a one-timer towards Blackwood. I might have to get it. Altitude plus. Apparently they made that a thing. All right, we got face off now with Drury, who will win that for the Avalanche. And Samuel will knock that up. Colorado will send that down into the zone with Victor Olofsson. Now a fight for the puck behind the net. Olofsson and Nitrushkin. All right, and that's puck battle is going to be won by New York. They'll take it into the neutral zone. New York is going to send that down into Colorado zone. Malinsky will send that around the net as he takes a hit himself. In the neutral zone it goes. New York will take control. They'll send that down into the Avalanche zone. In the corner goes. Malinsky will take it as line changes happen for the Avalanche. Now here comes Sam Malinsky. They'll bring it to the neutral zone. Malinsky will send that down into the offensive zone as he changes. The first line is out there for the Colorado Avalanche. Now fight for the puck towards the center. It goes. New York will take it. Now New York's going to come into the Avalanche zone with Taves and McCarr playing defense, forcing it behind the net now. New York will send that down into the corner. Natchez will send that over to Arturi Lehkonen. Lehkonen will send that up in the neutral zone for Natchez. Natchez now will send it over to McKinnon. McKinnon shoots. That's going to be right on. Blocks. Shot towards the net. It's going to be go around. McCarr will take it up top. He'll send that down in the corner and around. Natchez now has it behind the net. Natchez trying to get something. Dumps, takes the shot to try to get it center. That's going to be blocked. Now here comes the Islanders. Natchez is going to get a penalty. New York will go on the power play. Marty Natchez will head to the box now for the Avalanche for holding. Natchez just really had no gas with the hold. He had young Sheffield breaking away for a breakaway. There's really not much you can do if you're Natchez there. Like, yes, he's one of the fastest skaters in the NHL, but no gas, it's hard. And you have a young buck who has a bunch of energy. Don't blame him. Colorado win the face-off. Burns will send that down in the neutral zone as New York will start their power play in the neutral zone. Marzell will send that into the zone. Marzell will fight for the puck, really, and it goes behind the net. Brett Burns will take it, try to send it up the boards. Colorado will have it and bring it into the neutral zone as they just waste the clock. Manson will send that down behind the net. Colorado will take the puck. Nelson try to get a shorthanded goal, gets that stolen away as New York will come into the Avalanche zone with a 2-on-3. Now they'll send that back up top. Schaefer has it in the corner, looking at talk to Marzell. Marzell will send it to Schaefer. Schaefer will get laid down and into the neutral zone and behind the net it goes. 1 minute has passed in the power play. 6:20 left to go in the first period. Less than 55 seconds. Now here comes the Islanders as the Avalanche got the defensive change that they needed on the penalty kill. Now here comes New York, making great moves as he went towards the net. It's going to get that poked away. New York will maintain possession in Colorado zone. Up top, the puck goes. They'll send that down into the slot. They'll take the shot. Mackenzie Blackwood is all over that and will cover the puck. And the New York Islanders and Avalanche will have the faceoff down in the Colorado zone. Schaefer, rookie leading scoring, 19 points. He's been playing absolutely amazing. The first overall pick. He's the one person I can see being on the level of Cale McCarr. Quinn Hughes is up there. He's great, elite. But, like, generational. Oh, I know that dude. All right, now New York will send that down behind the net. New York will bring it up now with 15 seconds left to go on the power play. As they bring it into Colorado zone, looking for one that who's off. They'll take the shot at Blackwood, who will have that bounce off his pad. Now behind the net it goes. 4 seconds left on the power play. In front of the net, that's going to be deflected. Now they'll send that up. Marty Natchez will send it in the neutral zone. Now here comes Kiviranta who take the shot. That's going to go off the pad. Kiviranta tried another one. It's not there. No, Colorado. Samuel Girard will send that down on the net. In the neutral zone, the puck is. Colorado will take him. Lewinsky will send it over to Natchez. Natchez will take control. He'll send that over to Girard. Girard in the neutral zone will send that into the offensive zone. Mackinnon now will send that down on the net. So that's going to be off the pad. Colorado keeping the puck. Natchez will send that to Mackinnon in the corner. He's getting pinned up. Mackinnon will come in to help. Fight for the puck with Mackinnon and Natchez. New York's going to win that puck battle and send it down into the neutral zone as Sam Malinsky will take it behind the net. Malinsky getting pressured, will lose the puck himself. Get it back now. Natchez will send that off to Nathan MacKinnon. MacKinnon with Lekkonen. Lekkonen back over for Natchez across ice. Pass is not there. New York will take it in the neutral zone. New York will bring it into Colorado zone. 3-on-3. Shot on will go wide of the net. And Cale McCarr will have the puck. Heel into the zone. New York will lay a hit, and they will take the puck back. Quick shot's going to go off of McCarr. And now here comes Colorado trying to get it out of the zone. They do. In the neutral zone it goes. Avalanche will get a line change, and New York's going to come in quick. Trying to get somebody on the Avalanche line change. They cannot. The line change will happen, but they'll have it into Colorado zone. Schaefer looking to his defenseman partner. One-timer was not there. Now, right now, with Colton down below in the neck. Islanders keeping this Avalanche offense. They'll lose a puck. And in the neutral zone, cannot get the pass there. Brock Nelson trying to get a poke check for a turnover in the offensive zone. Brock Nelson will have it. Nelson will take the wrist shot, and that's going to be gloved down. 3:03 left in period number 1. Ooh. All right, we are on commercial break. It started getting a little more aggressive. We gotta keep up that aggressiveness. Keep getting the shots. We'll go in. And one will land. You just gotta trust. I like how the cash sheet, like that new betting app, added like all the underdog stuff, like the American Revolution, escaping Alcatraz, the Wright brothers, the Spartans, like all stuff that no one expects to happen. That what seems to be the impossible happens, and they're like, "You can defy it." Yes, my little bet, my parlay. Yes, that's going to define history. Like what? You gotta love it. Hey, we do not support Honda in this house. We support Toyota for Toyota fans in love. All right, we're back from commercial break with 3:03 left to go. So the reason why it was not goal tender interference was I think it was not purposeful contact on Blackwood. Sure, that stick looked very purposeful to me. All right, here we go. Face-off is going to be won by the Islanders. Fight for it. Still in their zone. Colorado trying to get the turnover in the neutral zone. Colorado will take it back into the New York zone. New York will take it. They'll get what they want. They'll send that up top in the neutral zone. Now into Colorado zone. That's going to be thrown away by Landeskog. He'll send the Burns will send that over to his defensive pair. And Josh Manson. Manson will send that up top to Mackinnon. Mackinnon will bring it into the offensive zone. Nathan Mackinnon looking. Find Landeskog. Centering pass. It's going to be covered up on the rebound. Colorado starting to get aggressive with the last 3 minutes left, 2:21 left to go in the first period. Oh, he'll get it. You just got to keep being aggressive. You're Colorado, really. All right, here we go. Face-off is going to be won by New York. As they have a fight to try and get the puck to get it clear. Colorado's all over it, trying to win the puck battle to get a quick shot. Puck's going to be won by Colorado up top. Molinsky wanted the one-timer, did not send that down instead, and it's going to be covered up by New York. Sorokin with the glove save will cover it up. Broken. Sorokin has been saving this Islanders defense when Colorado's been on. Ooh. You getting feisty? All right. Here we go. Face off. It's going to be with Brock Nelson and the Avalanche. They're going to win that. Brett Burns is going to, Sammy G will send that up top to Landeskog, who will send that down. That's going to go off the pad of Sorokin. Now the Islanders will take it into the neutral zone. They'll bring it into the Avalanche zone. Landeskog playing defense. Really good defense by Landeskog. The shot was not there. Shot goes in. New York will take a 2-0 lead. Lee with the goal. New York will send it 2-0. Yes, I actually good guess. I'm drinking Coca-Cola. Yeah. That's a great guess, Cody. I love it. Yes. Well, spicy goat. I say spicy because I have in there as well Woodford bourbon. It's actually really good. I was recommended to me by someone from work. Never had it before. I actually like it a lot. All right, face-off's going to be won by New York. They'll take it in their own zone. 136 left to go. In the neutral zone, it goes. Here comes New York on a fast break. Could not get it. Colorado plays defense, and they'll send that up top. Now here comes Marty Natchez. Natchez fighting for the puck. New York will take it away from Natchez, and they'll send that up into the neutral zone. Now one-on-one with McCarr, who will have a great poke check to keep the fast break from going. McCarr will take it behind the net with 1:08 left to play in the first period. McCarr will send that up towards Brett Burns. Burns will send that down into the zone. New York will take control. New York will send that over into the corner. New York now will send that down into the neutral zone, into Colorado zone it goes. And we have our first icing call of the night. So Colorado will have 53 seconds left to go in the first period as they do a line change from the first line to probably the second line, if I have to guess. Avalanche puck line is plus 1.5. Tays anytime goes 1,200. All right, faceoff's going to be won by Colorado. They'll send that down towards the net. That's going to be deflected just wide. They'll keep control. Burns will take the shot. That's going to go off of, ironically, Victor Alaskan. Nichushkin will have it. Nichushkin will send that up top, and he'll send that down. Olofsson. Now Brett Burns with the puck. Burns will send that over. He'll take it up top, take the shot. That's going to be just wide. All right. New York will get that cleared and get the change they need. Now Colorado trying to be aggressive to get that back in with the last 11. Now Drury will have it with the steal. Still in New York zone. It goes with 4 seconds left to go in the neutral zone. That'll probably do it for the first period. And we're heading into the first intermission with the Islanders having a 2-0 lead on the Colorado Avalanche. Woo. So we have the first intermission for the Colorado Avalanche and New York Islanders. So, yeah. So, yeah. Overall, New York has been doing good dealing with this Avalanche attack. It helps when you have a very good goal in the net. That's a big thing that really helps you out. Like, let's be honest here. And you are now heading into the first intermission with a 2-0 lead. Kept Colorado on their heels. So we'll see how the rest goes. Actually, very good. It's like what I like with it mixed with Coke. It's not bitter. It's not sweet. It's like that perfect in between. That's what I like about what the drink I have. Ooh. The craziest thing with this Avalanche team is how Cale Makar has been on the team for a hot minute and isn't even in his 30s yet. Has 2 Norris trophies, Defensive Player of the Year, won the MVP for the entire playoff. It's not even 30. Like a lot of defensemen, if they get that, that's Hall of Fame right there. This man's gonna probably go down with at least 5 Norrises. Hopefully another Stanley Cup with the Avalanche. And that right there is going to be talked about as better than Bobby Orr. and the competition level is way better too, and Carter absolutely dominated. Like that's just insane to think of last year having 30 goals as a goal, like 30 plus goals as a defenseman. Insane. That's insane numbers right there. Also, shout out to Devontae on playing his 500th career game. Oh, I should probably check my fantasy lineup before this game starts. I'm terrified because I'm not trusting the Vikings. I'm good with my lineup. If I win this week in this league, I have the first round bye in my fantasy team. I got Jordan Love, Brees Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Watson, Olave, Dalton Schultz, ETN, Lad McConkey, Jake Bates, Lions defense, Jackson Dart, Tajay Spear, Brian Thomas, Sam Laporta, Hunter. Oh, I should probably check my lineup. For this league, Tristan Brown is playing with George Cannon at the time. So that's unfortunate. You with Jacob Finnegan back to Tyler out. Fucking Irving is back, so we'll just take Tasha to the lineup. Waddle's back, so we're going to take Swift. Oh, and we're going to take out. We take Swift. Made him then. There are any chances. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Boys, I may be cut. So I'm in a league, fantasy league with my girl. She has the no, she is the best person in the league with a 10-3 record. Boys, if I do not win this league or do better than her, I am not going to hear the end of it for a year straight. So pray, boys. Pray that I do better. Because I was talking major shit and she just absolutely came in and cooked. Like, I'm proud of her. I'm happy that she was good. So it's going to make future years fun. But maybe cooked. let's let's check out around the NHL how everyone is doing. So the Penguins are up on the Lightning 1-0 to end the first period. Maple Leafs up on the Hurricanes 2-1. Panthers up 1-0. Blues are down to Boston 2-0. Rangers are up 2-1 on the Senators. Of course, they are on the road, so they can score. And that's the league right now. Second period. First period, Red Wings, Blue Jackets 0-0. And that's what we got right now. And then later tonight, you got Oilers, Kraken, Wild Flames, and Blackhawks, Night Kings. Correction. Why did I say that? Medieval. That's probably why. All right. Second period. Let's talk about it. What I want to see from the Avalanche. I want to see them get out of the defensive zone. But they're playing defense and on their back heels. That's what's going to kill them. New York has absolutely dominated the plus minus minutes so far in the first period. And overall, what needs to really happen for the Avalanche, they got to start acting like the Colorado Avalanche and play with their fucking ass off and absolutely just start dominating. Because they haven't really done that at all this game. Yes, he had a couple good offensive zones, but that was it. The fucking Islanders has absolutely dominated you, keeping you on the heels. Had two power plays this period. Yes, one of them was because of a challenge that did happen, and that happens, right? Don't get me wrong. But the second one was Marty Nature's having to hold in. Like, I get it. You would have had a break when you did. So, like, I understand that, but you gotta play better so you're not getting yourself in those positions, and that's what really has shot Colorado in the foot. Like, it'll help Colorado out if they can actually play their game. All right, we're coming back. We're still on commercial and person commission. I'm going to change it to the second period before I forget. So just, I know it's not the second period hasn't started yet, but I don't want to forget. Hopefully, Colorado can come on and actually do what they do, which is dominate. If you guys haven't, go follow my TikTok, which is I'm just gonna hide this. Sailing the Rockies. I post content pretty often on there. I'll show you guys and give you a little preview of my three pin. So this is just a little preview. Got that. Then of course, any calls from trains, big calls I would do. And then we got overall breakdowns, stuff. And then of course Gabriel and mentality. Landy just being Landy. So
Oh, person, my name is Mackinnon is gone.
So you got all that fun stuff. And then a video made about Colorado bringing back Natchez. And then like 18 days later, sending it, and I was happy as fuck. So yeah, go follow the TikTok. I'm very active on that TikTok, and yes, I'm decently active here. I'm not an everyday streamer. Of course, my work schedule really does not let me because for those who do not know, I am in the Navy, so I'm not able to do Avalanche games every time they play you. But I do it whenever my schedule aligns, and we have that tonight and Sunday. So it'll be fun. So come back. So we're gonna have some fun. I got that. I don't have that. So yeah. You know, I just realized if I was never joined the military, this would have been a great time start for the game for the Avalanche. Because I'm on the East Coast, so it was a 7 o'clock start. I could have had a 6 o'clock start. That would have been perfect. That's like the dream because I think would have been done like around 9. Like even this is early, like a 10 o'clock one. Beautiful. I'm here for it. I absolutely love it. All right, we're back from first intermission. Well, we still are in first intermission. We're back from everything we got in still. We will be back here soon. We got another commercial. I love it. Gotta love the endless commercials in an intermission. I'd rather watch player interviews, see what they gotta say. But no, let's have commercials because we're ESPN and we're money hungry because we don't give a fuck about you at all. So yeah. Also, this is a prop. This is a real mic. It's not even plugged in. I could plug it in. You're right with it. Do I even have the cord for it? Nope. Nope. I gotta go through here, clean it out. Decide if I want to keep some stuff, throw some stuff away. No. think this is all my chords. I look like a real streamer, even though I look like a retard. But I don't use headphones. No. What is this even for? I don't even know what that chord is for. Yeah. I don't got that. Well, yeah. I'll get it. Maybe. I want to hear the quality difference there. We're coming back from commercial break. I'm going to run and grab it quick. Oh shit! We have the. Give me 1 second. Settings, audio, output. There you go. All right. We're going to test this. Let me know how you guys like it. All right, here we go. Let me test this. Oh, all right, here we go. We got face off. It's going to be won by the Colorado Avalanche. They'll have it into New York zone, fighting for it. Nelson will try to send it in front. Oh, good quick shift as a Avalanche was coming quick to try and get that pass into the net. Now here comes Colorado in the corner. Now behind the net it goes. Landon Scott tried to get it behind. He'll send it back. Now here comes Colton, who will send it up top to Manson, who will send that down. Colton will try to get it in front of the net. Cannot. New York will get it cleared. And into the Colorado zone it goes. New York will take control. And the quick shot is going to be poked away by Colorado. In the corner, the fight is. Now here comes New York in the slot looking shot. It's going to go wide of the net. Colorado needs to find energy to get out of this adversity. Really, the first adversity they really faced this year compared to last year, where they were facing a ton of adversity. Now Colorado will face it off. Now fight for the race for the puck to try and get a quick goal. That's going to be a takedown by Arturi Lehkonen on Schaefer. Schaefer took a huge hit. Lehkonen laid out Schaefer. Refs didn't like it. They called penalty. I don't know about that. That looked clean. I don't like that. I don't, low key. That was clean. Schaefer had the puck, got it right off, got laid out by Lehkonen. They called cross checking. I disagree. I think that's. But New York is on the power play. Colorado, you got to have a good penalty kill here. All right, face-off's going to be, ooh, are they kicking Drury out? They are. Drury's pissed about it. Parker Kelly will now be the face-off for the Avalanche. All right, here we go. Face-off's going to be one towards Colorado, but New York will take control. They'll send it up top. Schaefer will have it. He'll send that down. That's going to be poked away by this Avalanche score, and they'll send that down into the neutral zone. Now Colorado's going to go for the puck, but but New York will take it in their zone. Now into the neutral zone. Schaefer will bring it up. Schaefer getting poke check, gets laid out again. A fight for the puck in Colorado zone. And now we'll have a 4-on-4. Let's go. 2 minutes for tripping on New York. So it will be a 4-on-4 for a minute and a half, and then we'll have a 30-second power play for Colorado. All right. Brazil has still not gone in. Now they're finally sending him to the box. 4-on-4. Yes, that was a soft tripping, but it's even now. You're even for that fucking artillery Lekin and fucking clean hit that was that he called cross checking in my opinion. All right, face off's going to be won by New York. Avalanche will have Mackinnon, Nitrushkin, Carr, and Taves out there, and here comes the Islanders into the offensive zone. Now here comes Big Val, who will come rumbling in the center ice. He'll send that over. Try to get McKinnon, just too powerful. New York will take it in the offensive zone. They'll try to get a centering pass. Cannot. Colorado was over it. Now in the corner it is. Up top it goes. Puck is being fought for still. Colorado will come up with it. Taves will send it around. The car will have it as the forwards will change out. Colorado is just, I think, getting ready for the first power play unit. Here, Carr will send that over now. Here comes Malinsky. Colton. Colton will send that in. Malinsky will have it. Malinsky will take the shot. That's going to go wide of the net. Now here comes a 2-on-1. Malinsky was good hustle. Brock Nelson with a great poke check. But it's not out yet. Samuel Jar with the block as they try to get a quick one on Blackwood. Up top it goes. Schaefer will have it. He could not hang on. He goes in the neutral zone, and we'll have a Colorado Avalanche power play as Artillery Luckin comes out of the box. New York will try to get a quick one. A shorthanded goal. It's not there. Now Colorado's on the power play. New York's just keeping the puck away. Now 18 seconds left on the power play. Really not much because of the 4-on-4 here. They're about to have full strength in 12 seconds. They're going to send it down. Colorado getting nothing. They haven't even touched the puck this power play. In the neutral zone it is. And we have a whistle. All right, Polak will be called for a high stick. Not a penalty, just a high stick. No one affected. So we'll have a face-off. Islanders did a great job with 30 seconds to kill a face-off at center ice. Islanders will win it. Penalty has been killed. Now here comes the Islanders in Colorado's own quick shot. Going to be wide of Blackwood. New York being aggressive. You got this Colorado team doesn't look really into it right now. You got to get that change if you're Colorado to try to get momentum. Something. Get a bounce, hopefully, to go your way. But New York's just first thing you got to do is take control of the puck. Now here comes the Avalanche after the shot towards Blackwood in the neutral zone. McKinnon will take it. McKinnon goes deep in the zone. He'll go around the net. He'll send that up top for Taves. Taves to McKinnon. McKinnon doing fun, shifty work. New York will pull it away from McKinnon and in the neutral zone and a fight for it. And it goes into the netting. All right. Drury will be in for the face-off. Face-off's going to be, and they kick Drury out again. Are you fucking kidding me? Drury is not having good luck on the face-off today. Face-off's going to be won by New York, and they'll take it in their own zone. They'll send it up in the neutral zone. Now into Colorado zone it goes. Olofsson will send that, try to get it out. Does not. New York will keep it in. Up top it is. Pellick will send that towards Blackwood, who will cover. Truly has not had any luck on the face-offs today. All right, here we go. We got face-off now in Colorado zone. This offense needs something. The defense needs to come up. You got to start in the defensive side and let the offense flow. Starts right now. Here we go. New York will win the face-off. Up top it is. Down below behind the net. Fight for the puck between Bardkov. He'll send it in the corner. As it's still a fight. New York trying to keep that puck alive in Colorado's zone, and it's working so far. They'll send it up top. Now, Islanders trying to just keeping Colorado on their heels. Really doing a great job of that. Now here comes Islanders. Quick shot towards Blackwood's going to be covered. And we're going to have another face-off. All right, here we go. We got face-off down with Brock Nelson. In the Colorado zone, that's face-off's going to be won by Colorado. Nelson almost fucked it up, though, by hitting it way out of Gerard's reach. Gerard with pressure behind his own net. He'll take it. He'll send that up into the neutral zone. All right, now into the zone. Ross Colton will take a hit. And now Colorado will keep it. Try to get a pass over. Could not. Now here comes the Islanders looking quick. Centering shot's going to be just wide. They had a wide open net. Blackwood reacted just a second behind, and luckily New York was not able to get that. All right. Neutral zone it goes. Now here comes Martin H. to McKinnon. McKinnon now looking. McKinnon shoots. That's going to be blocked. In front of the net, the puck is, and in the neutral zone, New York will take control as Brett Burns will retreat into the zone. They send it. Manson will take it behind the net. Manson will give it off to McKinnon. McKinnon to Natchez. Natchez now goes in the zone. Natchez, making people miss, will slip and fall, and New York will take control of the puck. Schaefer will bring it into the neutral zone. Schaefer bringing it up. He'll send that over. Looking, shoot. Front of the net. Puck's loose. Fight for the puck in front of the net. New York's going to keep it down, and that goes in 3-0. Colorado is down 3-0, just digging their hole deeper and deeper. This team faced adversity. It's not looking good right now. This could be a game you call a humbling game, really, because you haven't had a regular season loss since we lost in Boston all the way back in October. We're in December. This Islanders team sees, smells blood. If you're really Colorado, you got to play perfect on defense if you want any chance. All right, here we go. McCarr will have the puck. He'll send that over. Colorado will send that in the zone. Yeah, we'll go into the netting. We'll have another faceoff. Really, Blackwood's not doing the defensive help. Like, when you're on your heels, playing nothing but defense, can't really blame the goalie. The offense is not really getting anything going to help out the defensive side of the play. Like, this isn't like NFL where the offense isn't doing good, so the defense is doing bad. No. The defensive aspect of the game for Colorado is not really there. There is the offense. You got to get the offense going so the defense can, these players, this team, which is more an offensive team, can do what they do because this isn't a defensive heavy team. You don't got more of the defense forward. You got the offensive forward. Yes, these forwards can play defense when they need to and help them win, but this team thrives when they're on the attack, when they're keeping the other team on their heels. Like, that first line is built for that with McKinnon, Natchez, and Mackinnon, Makar, and Taves. Now, don't get me wrong, you got Makar and Taves, which is the best defensive pairing and probably going to be dominating the Olympics this year if they even go because of all the ice rumors. But overall, you're Colorado. You need something. You need something. Yeah, I know. And now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, penny and dime for a kiss. Rip jeans, skin the summer. Hot, now, if you're Colorado here, you're not out. You're not. One goal. All you need. One goal. You can turn it around. All right, face-off is going to be won by the Islanders, and of course, they're going to Colorado's zone because this team cannot get out of the defensive zone today. All right, here we go. New York's going to fight for it. Park Kelly, Devontae is behind the net fighting for it. Still fighting for it now is the Islanders. All right, Makar will take it behind the net. Makar's waiting. Changes are happening. Makar will bring it up. Makar will send it over to Taves. Taves in the neutral zone. Olafson will send it down, and they'll send that in as Colorado gets some changes. Now here comes the New York Islanders on the attack now. Into the Colorado zone it goes. Abs will have that poked away. Small mistake. Shot on goal goes in. 4-0. Why not? Let's keep making mistakes. Let's keep turning over the puck. Let's keep doing this stupid shit that this team doesn't do. Let's play like a terrible team right now. Why not? This is terrible. Blackwood catches it, bounces down, and goes into it. That one, Blackwood red, you just got to cover it. Then, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta fucking love it. In the neutral zone, New York will take it because why not? Watch. They're gonna have a clean entry. They have the entry down in the corner. Watch. They're gonna send on Blackwood. He makes the save, but they're gonna keep attacking. Now here comes Colorado. They'll send that deep around. Watch this. They'll get maybe a minute in here, and then they'll be back on the defense. Oh, we have a fight for it now. They keep it up top. Malinsky will send that. That goes in. That's your goal. Nichushkin will get the goal. Malinsky sends that down towards Nichushkin. 4-1. You need one more. You want to be down 2. You'd rather be down 2 than 3. Malinsky sends that down to Shushkin with the redirect in front of the net. Money. That could be the one they need. Let's see if this team is truly, truly ready to face adversity. We will find out. All right, here we go. Colorado will send that down into the offensive zone. I like how when I talk shit when they're in the offensive zone, they score just to make me shut up. I ain't shutting up. You got one. You got to do it twice to make me shut up. All right, here we go. Mackinnon will send that up. Taves will have it. Taves will send that down. Landeskog will send that, try to send it around and into the neutral zone. Taves will field it with McCarr. McCarr sends that into the neutral zone. New York will take it. Landeskog will take it back into his own zone. He'll send that up for Archery. Mackinnon with the net wide open, sends it over. Shot. Oh, just wide. Good save. Up top now, McCarr will send that. Mackinnon will send that down and around towards Natchez behind the net. Natchez looking will have that stripped from him. And New York will send it in the neutral zone. New York will send that down. Now they have a quick shot at Blackwood, who makes a save. Rebound's going to be wide. Got lucky there. Now here comes the Islanders. Colorado will send that up. Natchez, breakaway shot, centering. It goes in. What the fuck is happening? Two score game. What the fuck is going on? Marty Natchez with the goal. What the fuck is going on? There you go. Like, you had 4 goals in this period. Let that sink in. This is what you need. Natchez just powering his way through and gets it in. I think that was that goal Natchez had. I think he tried to pass it to Mackinnon. It just bounced off an Islander into a goal. So Natchez will take the goal. Colorado's back within 2. Now here comes the Islanders. They played a really clean game compared to Colorado too. Like both sides really played clean. Only one power play. I say true power play because like the challenge. That's not a mistake by either team. Like I hate how it's a delay. I think how they should do it. You lose your timeout, like NFL if you fail, because that timeout can come in huge in the last like 3 minutes of a game. You know, they should lose a timeout, and then the second time is a delay, and you only get 2. But what do I know? Because I feel like the delay, you can just be like, okay, that's you using your timeout, or you have to use a timeout to challenge. Because, like, let's be honest, in a normal game, we really don't see timeouts called until really close, meaningful games. Like, let's be honest. That's just how today's day and age is. And if you're a coach and you want to be aggressive, and it makes these coaches go from doing stupid challenges to be like, okay, in a playoff series, like, I lose a timeout, which, depending on how the game goes, matters. That's my opinion. All right. I know this game started. It's 3-3. What the fuck? I swear to God, if Dallas beats Detroit today in fucking NFL. All right. I'm already Natchez with the goal for Colorado. Him and Bowden. They're showing Paul Marion's injury he had versus the Flyers on November 28th when he tears ACL, had the assist as they scored the goal. You don't see that in anything but hockey. Like, I hope he's okay, but dude's definition of built on a torn ACL, gets back up, skates off on his own, gets an assist. That's crazy. All right, here we go. We got fight in the corner of the Colorado zone now. New York's trying to get it. Colorado trying to get their style of game going. It's starting to look like it after the Islanders went up 4-0. Colorado has 2 unanswered goals. Has responded, and we got an icy call. If Colorado gets one, the crazy part, Colorado could easily bring this within one. They got 9 minutes. No way, right? No way, right? Right. Here we go. Faceoffs won by the Avalanche. They'll send that up in the neutral zone. Islanders will take it in their own zone as they try to get their offense going. On the neutral, it's going to go Malinsky and Nelson gets the assist. All right. Faceoff's going to be thrown in front of the net, in front of Blackwood. He's going to cover. That got iffy. Quick. Blackwood barely got that covered, but he got it covered. That's what killed Colorado on a couple of the goals New York had today. The most unsafe lead in hockey, 2-point lead. All right, 2-goal lead. All right, faceoff's going to be won by the Islanders. They'll have it in the neutral zone. They'll send that in. Landeskog laid a hit, and Mackinnon comes in the neutral zone. Mackinnon will come in the zone. He'll try to get a pass over to Landeskog, who will send that down below. Natchez will take a hit as he get it. Mackinnon will take a hit as well. And over to Malinsky it goes. Up top now. Mackinnon will send that down. That's going to be a block as that goes up into the netting. We'll have a face-off here in the Islanders zone. Youngest player at time of 20th career point in history. Matthew Schaefer, 18 years, 90 days. 5th youngest player to hit 20 career points. All right, here we go. We got face-off now. It's going to be won by the Avalanche up top. McCarr will have it. McCarr will send that down. That's going to be off the padding. Rebound's not there. Natchez will keep it in. Natchez will send that deep now. Colorado will have it deep. Corner goes right for the puck. The Islanders will take it and get it hopefully cleared. They're hoping for. And in the neutral zone gets stolen. As Olofsson will have it. He'll send that down. Natchez now fighting for it with Malinsky in the corner. Natchez now will fighting for it still in the corner. They'll send that up. McCarr will take it. McCarr takes the shot. It's going to be deflected. McCarr will take it in the neutral zone as both sides will change. McCarr will send that up. Islanders will send that down into the corner as Taves is fighting for it in the corner. Taves will poke that away. And McCarr will send that up in the neutral zone. Kiviranta will send that down and in. I think Jared Bednar, we see Kiviranta on penalty kills. Now he's in the lineup now. All right, Kiviranta fighting for it. The Islanders will keep that puck. Get in the neutral zone. There's a fight for it in the neutral zone. Colorado will take it. Into the zone. It goes poked away. Landeskog gets it. All right, Manson will have it in the defensive zone. Manson will send that forward. As Colorado will send that deep end in. Barkov will have that deflected off his stick and back into the zone. Malinsky will send that up the board from the corner in the neutral zone to go. Right for the puck, Colorado still. They'll send it over right into a Ranger's stick. They'll send that deep into the zone now. In the corner to fight for it, Malinsky fighting for it with 2 Islanders. Gerard's coming to help. fight for it now. So New York will recover. They'll try to get a centering pass. They cannot, but they will manage to get back in the corner. Back up top it goes. They'll send that down to the other corner, opposite corner now, to the left corner and making plays. Poke checks coming from Colorado. Shot towards the net will be off the pad, and Colorado will send that up into the neutral zone as there's a fight for the puck. New York will recover and they'll send that into Colorado zone from the neutral zone. Shot towards Blackwood's going to be stopped. And now Colorado will send that forward in the neutral zone. They go. Landeskog up the gut. He'll pass to Nelson, who will get that thrown into the neutral zone. Back down into the O zone now for New York. They'll send that down towards Blackwood, who will tip it up and above the net. All right, New York making plays. Glove down now in the neutral zone. Goes Colorado fighting. We got a race for a puck. 2-on-1. Mackinnon shot. Saved on the 2-on-1 coming in fast with Taves. Now fight for the puck is going to go into the neutral zone and into Colorado zone, where Landeskog will take it. He'll send that into the neutral zone where New York will take it. We got with 4:37 left in period 2. I think my YouTube videos when you get taken the shrimp when you're taken down for I think YouTube's that sensitive. I said fire. You ready? You ready? But I said fire to the rain. What you doing about everything? Avalanche is now talking about Patrick Waugh since they're facing him again. The Canadians got the Avalanche won that trade. Really, if you think about it, that Patrick Waugh trade helps like Colorado over the edge like they did with Archer Mackinnon. All right, here we go. We have a fight for the puck now in the offense zone for Colorado. They'll send that. New York will take it, and they'll send it in the neutral zone. Nature's almost had the turnover. Colorado gets the turnover, and the New York will just rob it right back, send that down into the Avalanche zone. The ref gets in the way of Cale Makar. Makar still gets there, gets it to Taves. Taves will send it into the neutral zone, and Nature's will play chase, and we're going to have icing weight off. All right, New York will take it into their defensive zone. New York will send that forward into the offensive zone for themselves. Colorado in the defense zone. And back into the neutral zone. New York will have it. They'll send that down into the offensive zone. 3:48 left to go in the period. Manson spins, gets that over to Burns. Burns will send that up top to Kiviranka. Kiviranka gets that poked away. New York's just killing the Avs there. That aspect, getting the turnovers that has helped them throughout the game. They'll have it in their own zone now. New York will send it in the neutral zone, and they'll send it deep into Colorado's zone, and behind the net it goes. Burns will be fighting for it, and they'll send that up. Colorado will maintain puck possession. Get that in. Now here comes Colorado. They'll send that deep into the zone, and they'll play chase. Now New York will just get the puck and send it into the neutral zone. They'll bring it in. Schaefer getting Malinsky just pushing him off and getting the puck. Now Malinsky will get up to Drury. Drury will bring it up. Drury will send it deep. Colton will play chase. All right, and now Samuel Girard will bring it down. He'll send that over to Val Nichushkin. Nichushkin will try to power his way through into the offensive zone, does not. And New York's going to send that back into the defensive zone of Colorado. Girard will send that back into the neutral zone. Nichushkin will have it again. Big Bad will send that in. Now it's into Nichushkin. Nichushkin shoots. It's going to be blocked. New York will recover the rebound, and they'll take it out into the neutral zone. And New York will bring it into the offensive zone for them, into the defensive zone for Colorado. New York playing very clean game. Overall, quick shot. One timer is going to be wide of the net. Colorado will send it into the neutral zone. Offside call on New York, so we'll have a face-off. Still 3-3 in this Lions game. All right, face-off's going to be won by New York. They'll send that into Colorado zone. And now New York gets the turnover, and they'll send it towards Blackwood, who will cover it with the glove. 31 shots for New York. Talk about being on your fucking heels. You got to start taking over offensively. Back Blackwood is facing all that. It's, all right. McCarr will be in the penalty box for tripping, and Colorado will go on the penalty kill again. Stupid mistakes. Like I said, quick shot. Going to be wide of the net. They're going to lose it, the rebound, and it's going to go into the defensive zone of New York. The Islanders will take it with Parker Kelly just putting pressure on. And here comes New York in the neutral zone. They'll bring it up into the offensive zone. If you could get out of the period without a goal, that'll be huge. All right, now here comes New York. Down deep, score. That's the one thing you did not want to happen. Five, 2. If it gets to over like a 4-point game, I might just go. This is just sad. We'll see how the last one goes before I call it. The Avalanche are still playing terrible. I'll just call it. But I hate doing it, but I just can't. All right, here we go. New York will send that back down into the zone, absolutely dominating Colorado. Last minute to go in the period. Like, this team is showing no fight, no effort. One of the goals happened to be a Just luck. It should really be 5-1, let's be honest. The fucking top line is on the fucking defense. It's not what you want. Back deep. They're keeping deep. Walensky. Now Nelson will take it. He'll send that over to Nishushkin. Nishushkin trying to power his way, just smothered. Every single time they have entered the zone, smother. And New York comes back in and have a good fucking offensive zone. Every time. Now here comes Nelson trying to get across ice. Colorado with it. McCarr, quick shot. Just wide. That was a chance. That was their chance to bring this back into him. Just wide. And we're heading into the I think I'm gonna call it. I appreciate every single one of you guys who have showed up, watched. Terrible. You got 2 on the board, but you allowed 3. You needed to come out of that down 2, at least. And you went down 3. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Ugh. I think I'm going to head out. This is just unbearable, really, to call. I appreciate every single one of you. I just can't. I can't, really. If you guys haven't already, hit that like and sub button. I appreciate you guys chilling. If you guys haven't, I'll talk to y'all later. Go, let's go. Hopefully Sunday they'll get the recovery. I'll be live for the Avalanche game on Sunday until for the game. It starts at 1. The only way I will end it live then, and I promise you the only way will be if it gets close to the football game, because that Packers-Bears game, I'm calling over the Avalanche game. But I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Shout out to Cody for being here. Shout out to everyone in chat. If you guys